Okay, now we're going to work with percents, but they're increase and decrease in percents, okay? So we're not going to actually use proportions. There's a better way to do this. You're not going to use the 100% total, okay? You could, but I want a totally different way that I do these increase and decrease, okay, in percentages. So here's what I'm going to do. And by the way, we can just go like this. There are 500 stray cats in the town of Alta. That amount is going to increase by 5%. How many cats will there be after the increase? So increases and decreases in percent, there's a simple little formula you can use. It's before times the percent equals after, okay? All right, now we're just going to fill that out. Now let's do our percent first. That's the most obvious. By the way, it's asking me how many there were after the increase, so that's where my X is at, okay? Or my quote X. Okay, now the percents. But we don't just put 5. We need to take 100% and add 5 to it. So it's 105%. Now after that, we need to then make that into a decimal. You simply put the decimal here and move it twice to the left, okay? So it's 1.05. And then before, we had 500 stray cats, okay? Now put a wall on the side of the X. There's nothing else going on over there, so we just come over here and take 500 times 1.05, okay? 525. So we have 525 cats. That's the answer. So before we had 500, then there's a 5% increase. There ends up as 525. A school's number of students decreases by 5%. If there were 600 students after the decrease, how many students were there before? Okay, so again, that increase, decrease, before times percent equals after. Okay, we're finding how many there were before this time, so the X now goes here. Okay. All right, now what about the percent? Well, it decreases this time, and so I take 100% minus 5%, so that's 95%. You're still moving the decimal twice, and you put a 0 in front when it's less than 100, so that's 0.95, okay? Okay, after, well, we know there's 600 after, okay? All right, now the X is over here on this side of the wall. Okay, so it's X times 0.95 equals 600. So what we're going to do then is do the opposite of times, because I can't times, I don't know what X is. We're going to divide, so I need to take 600 divided by 0.95. That's going to give me my answer. Because what number times 0.95 is 600? Well, I can figure that out by dividing our product by one of the factors. Okay, just put 632, okay, so 632, that would be students. So we had this many before, then we decreased, we end up at 600. Okay, and items marked up 15%, it costs $15.59 after the markup. What was the price of the item before the markup? So it's before times our percent equals after. Okay, so I'm looking for before. That's what we don't know. Okay. And then my percent, it's up, so I take 100% plus 15%. That would be 115%. Move the decimal twice to the left, and that would be 1.15. By the way, put X, don't put the question mark. Okay, then after, I know it's $15.59 after, okay? So again, I'm finding one of the factors, okay? I can't multiply, so I do the opposite to find what the X is. So 15.59 divided by 1.15. It's similar to if I have X times 3 equals 6, Well, I know X is 2. That's found by taking 6 divided by 3. So 15.59 divided by 1.15 is, now when you're talking about money, you want 2 places after the decimal. 1355, you could also put 1356 if you really wanted to. Okay, an item is on sale for 25% off its original price of $45. How much is it after the sale? So before times percentage equals after. Okay. All right, so we're finding the after. That's what we don't know. X goes here. So X is now by itself. Okay, so I'll just need to multiply these two factors, and I have my answer for X. Okay, 25% off, so that would be 100 minus 25%. So the percent factor is 75%, but to use it in this equation, you need to put it in decimal form, 0.75. And then before, we had $45. Okay, so X is here by itself, so I just do the operation over there. 45 times 0.75 gives me my price, $33.75, $33.75. Okay. I buy a textbook for $40. After I'm done with it, I can sell it for 12% more than what I bought it for. How much did I sell it for after I was done? Okay. So again, it's not just 25%, it's 25% off, okay? So it's before times percent equals after. Okay, so I'm figuring out the after. And percent factor, I take 100% plus 12%, and that's 112%. Move it twice to the left, and that's 1.12. Okay. Now before we had $40. Okay, so X is here all by itself on this side, so I just do the operation that it says. Don't mess around. 40 times 1.12 is my answer. Okay, 44.8. Now that'd be $44.80 because you're talking money. Okay, gas decreased in price by 5%. If the price after the decrease was $2.39, how much did gas cost before it decreased? So before times percent equals after. Okay, well, I want to know before. That's my answer to the problem. The percent factor, we take 100% minus 5% to get 95%. Decimal twice, 0.95. And we know that it costs $2.39 after. Okay. So the X is over here times 2.39. Okay. So I can't multiply, so I do the opposite of times, which is divide. Now when I divide, I got to make sure I do it right. I take 2.39 divided by 0.95. That will tell me our unknown factor. Okay, 2.51 or 2.52. Either answer is okay. Okay.